Hello, fellas. Do I look angelical? Well, that'd be great. Well, good morning. I slept pretty chill. Hip flexors tight. Shoulder back, upper back's pretty tight. I wanted to go stretch in the sauna, but I just talked to one of my friends. Name's ChatGPT. They told me that it's really not actually helpful at all for like long-term flexibility, but it may help like relieve stress. It's like short-lived relief. So I'm like, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna up my omega threes and maybe take a little extra collagen and try to be mobile. Anyway, woke up feeling pretty. So yeah, woke up feeling pretty alright. It is 8:30 in the a.m. Not too late. I don't go into work that early today, so we'll have some breakfast. Thank God. I actually don't really like breakfast, so maybe we won't have breakfast. I don't know what the next clip is gonna be. We'll see if it's me cooking breakfast or if it's me going to the gym. Or maybe me just doing some stretches in my room. But anyway, guys, yeah, feeling pretty, feeling pretty good. Try to not start your days on your phones. You know, when you wake up, just relax a little bit. I like to count to three, and then just literally after three, just don't say anything. Just roll out of bed and just stand up, take your breath, do your stretches, and then try to get in the sun. The sun is your best friend. You know, spend as much time in the sun as you can. The reason I'm fully dripped out already at a spry 8:30 in the morning is because it's 45 degrees outside. 45. Cuatro cinco. But yeah, try to get some sun. Best way to start your morning. I'm staring directly at it, so that's why I look like I'm not enjoying it. But trust me, I am. I'm like a lizard on a rock, just straight up enjoying this shit. Anyway, we'll see if I make breakfast or not. I'll let you know though. Um, okay, bye. In case anyone wanted to audit me, I did indeed get my Chipotle. Here it is, and this is also my cat. She ran away. Kitty. Okay.
Greetings, y'all. So, something I'm gonna be wanting to be doing is kind of, whenever I have time, I would love to just talk about, the Lord with you guys. And I think a simple way for me to do that is actually just literally read the daily verse on my lunch break and then, give my take on it, kind of mansplain it probably. So today's verse of the day is Proverbs 22:4. This is the New King James Version, so one I like. By humility and the fear of the Lord are riches and honor of life. Honor and life. Okay. The of and the and actually does change it up a little bit. Also, while talking about the Lord, might be nice to explain that I got the Lord's chicken. By humility and fear of the Lord, which is an honor of life. This is actually interesting. Okay. One thing that I feel like isn't happening enough nowadays is fear of the Lord. Everyone preaches Jesus as, the end all of love, right? But, parents reprimand, and I totally believe that parents love you, so if they love you and they reprimand you, then why shouldn't God reprimand you? And it's with this mindset that I kind of fear the Lord. I don't do everything to be blessed. I do it so that way my blessings aren't taken from me, because fear is honestly a lot stronger than, total love. Because total love is kind of like, if I had total love for God, first of all, I wouldn't be sinning, right? Like it says in the word that, the greatest of these commandments is love, because that covers like the most sin, right? So if you loved God with all your heart, which obviously I think any of us are incapable of doing with all our heart, because we're human and we're always going to have desires that we feel like we want more in the moment. So I just feel like fear is something that is never going away. Like there's never a time where I'm not scared of a roller coaster. Obviously I'll still go on it, but this is a different type of fear. Like there's never a fear where I'm like, working on my truck and I'm like, oh, I hope I don't like mess something up. You know, that fear just doesn't go away. Even though I love doing it, that fear doesn't go away, and it keeps me steady, it keeps me balanced, you know. So I think that being humble with others while fearing the Lord, I can totally see where the riches and honor and the life comes from, you know. Life, crap, man. Well, I draw my strawberry. By humility and fear. Fear of the Lord is honestly it's not talked about enough. And where the riches and honor in life are in that, it makes sense. It really does make sense. I don't really know what to say about the riches and honor in life, because the gifts that heaven has for us are often not materialistic. And it's hard to talk about a spiritual gift and not think of talents, you know, because some people's spiritual gifts are like they can heal, like speak in tongues, you know, all that stuff. But the riches and honor and life, that's just something that we may not understand. You know, someone can live an extremely virtuous life, and we maybe the most virtuous life of all time, second to Jesus, and they may never be known. You know, they may have no honor from us. They may not ever make the news. They may not ever accomplish anything to our standards, but they will be fulfilled. They'll be full of life by God's definition. You know, God's definitions are just so much like beyond our understanding. So I'm just very grateful that we can actually understand the humility and the fear part of it all. I think people need to be walking around with a lot more fear of the Lord. You know, this is the same God from Sodom and Gomorrah that, you know, punishes and destroys cities. The entire book of Isaiah is laid with just curses on cities. And I mean, those cities, they deserved it. And we're very lucky that by grace we're saved, you know, that no one may boast. Just, wow. Yeah, humility and fear of the Lord are the riches and honor in life. So just key takeaway points is fear the Lord, guys. As much as you love him, fear him more. I always hear like, would you rather be feared or respected? Almost everyone says feared. Respect, I respect my dad. Sometimes I get mad at him. I respect my mom. Sometimes I like disobey her. But yeah, I've never really disobeyed someone that I feared like crazy. But anyway, yeah, that's my take.
All right, got a 3x2 RPE 6. Gonna take it a little easy. Hips kind of hurt. That's it. 150 kilos loaded on the bar. Remember, 3x2 RPE 6. So for those of you that don't know RP, that's just on a scale of 1 to 10. So on a scale of 1 to 10, this will be a 6. And some people even thinks it goes hand in hand with RAR, reps in reserve. So this should mean that I have an RAR of 4. So I should be able to do 4 more if 10 is the absolute max. So if my RPE is 7, then I should have an RAR of 3. And so because of this, we're gonna see right now, if this lines up with RPE 6, then I'm gonna stay here and do it for my double. If this is RPE 4 or 5, then we're gonna go up to 352 pounds. All right, let's squat. Come on. All right, yeah, I was a big fan of that 340, so went ahead and bumped it up another 10 kilograms. So now we got 160, I believe. Yep, 160, 3x2 RP 6. Sounds like I'm just throwing around numbers, letters, and words, which I am, but that's what powerlifting is. Anyway, let's do this thing, guys. Oh yeah. Coach wanted to see 170, so we loaded it up. Last set, 170 kilograms, 375 pounds for 2, RP, whatever this is.
Up! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Come on! Up!
All right, y'all. Post squat interview. That was freaking hashtag sick AF. Let's bench. All right, well, we just did the last warm-up, 135. I kind of do very quick. I might do 70 real quick, but it's a 3x2, also RP 6. I'm thinking I'm gonna do 170 pounds, which is in kilos, maybe like 80. I don't really know, but that's what I have planned. And I'm excited for deadlift as well, which is right after this. Whoa, whoa, have you ever had a Krispy Kreme? Anyway, watch this bench. This is for 2, RPE 6. This is 77.5 kilograms, 170 pounds.
Press. Press.
All right, guys, we got a 3x2 of RPE 6. It'll probably be 3 something. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
Where are you going? Where are you?
120. $150. 171. 186. 'All right, y'all. That's 410 pounds. That's what I'm gonna end up saying for my RP 6. I have RP 7 tomorrow, so I think honestly, fair RP 6. So I'm gonna go ahead and bang that out for 2 more sets, and that'll be today's deadlift SBD session. Just got some accessories. I don't exactly know what they are yet. I'll check my phone right now. But hey, not bad. We got a 375 squat for 2, fire. That was RP 6, honestly. We got a 170 bench, RP 6 for 2, also fire. And we got a 410 deadlift for 2, RP 6. So overall, happy session, happy life, happy man, happy me. I'm the me and I'm the happy. Okay. Accessories.
overall, pretty solid SBD day. We're back in the room. I finished on my abs, came home, and I'll show you guys what I'm munching on. We got a pound of beef with 2 large sweet potatoes, and then, so this is 80 grams of protein, like 700 something calories, 780 something. I don't know. I'm not really tracking it like crazy. It's kind of dripping a little bit. It's cracked. Anyway, and then we got 2 bananas in here with a cup of cottage cheese and 2 scoops of protein powder with unsweetened almond vanilla milk. That's ball, by the way. If you like want full milk, but you can't get like the 120 calories or whatever per cup of whole milk, it's unsweetened almond milk. It's 35 calories a cup, and it tastes almost exactly like milk. Maybe I'm just accustomed to it, and because I'm eating the sludge bowl. I don't know how much you could tell that I care about flavor. I kind of stopped caring a while ago. But anyway, so just to recap, it ended up being I think 420 kilogram total for today, which is pretty fire. Let's see. Yeah, 430 kilogram total. So not bad for a little SBD at RP6. Anyway, I'll see you guys probably Friday, because I'm gonna take a rest day tomorrow. Pretty tired. Anyway, thank you. Bye bye.